What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel today, and we are back on iRacing for another round of Proto-GT in the Ford GT2. And to start off the iRacing Season 4, Week 1, we are at one of the greatest tracks after the 2 laps of practice I've done, Mount Panorama. I love this track. Never been particularly good here, and honestly, most of my laps here over time have either been in a V8 supercar, a GT3 for the enduro races, or in something really slow like a Jetta or a Solstice or a Clio or something of the like. But this is kind of the first time I've driven a non-GT3 GT car around here that I can remember at least, and it is incredibly fun. It's amazing to drive a car that actually turns and stops and changes direction and stuff. And don't get me wrong, the Ford GT2 is still very scary around here, but compared to like a supercar, it's not insanely difficult or insanely scary. So definitely still got to be careful down the mountain. It doesn't like to stop really, but it's clear that this is a far superior driving dynamic and feel than probably what the old car was prior to the update last season that helped the front end not be quite so bouncy. I'd imagine that would be absolutely awful around here. I don't think I've ever driven this car around here before this, but regardless, I ran 2 practice laps and then 3/4 of an out lap during the warm up and felt right at home. So, yeah, just gonna go into it with an open mind and hopefully it's fun. Hopefully it's entertaining. I'm starting out the season immediately getting duped. There were 2 Fords in practice, and I was like, hey, I can actually make a race. This is the first race I've been able to make all week, which is why you're seeing it so late in the week for week 1. But of course, neither of them were registered for the race or backed out or whatever. So unfortunately, it's just me. Not how I wanted to start the season after we had such a good run last season of finding Fords other than the Nürburgring. But need to get a racing because I'm quite busy excuse me, holy shit, I'm having a stroke. This upcoming weekend, quite busy, quite a lot going on. So need to get a race in. Figured, hey, I love this track so much, it'd be nice to talk you around it and kind of show you just how difficult it is, even when you're kind of by yourself. So regardless, should be fun. 30-minute race, as almost all the Proto-GT races are. Very excited. We have 5 Hondas and 2 GT1s in here as well. We are, of course, going to be starting at the back as the slowest class. It's kind of crazy that we're already in Season 4 of the iRacing 2025 season. Just about 3 months from now, we won't quite be at the end of the calendar year, but we'll be at the end of the iRacing year. It's been a great year. A lot has flown by. Everything's going well. And I'm excited to definitely get this one underway and get the season off to hopefully a good start, clean start, fun start. And then we'll move on to what's next. So, yeah, don't know exactly what you're going to see when after this, kind of up in the air yet. Do have, of course, what are we playing right now? I don't remember what game I'm playing right now on the weekends. It's been so long since I've been home and gotten to record anything or put anything together. But there'll be Road Trip Adventure Sunday. I think the second to last episode of that. Can't remember what I'm playing on Saturday. Maybe Monster Jam. I honestly don't remember. But anyways, you'll see that this weekend. Monday or Tuesday will be PCC, hopefully in the Clio at Laguna. Hopefully I can get one of those in. And on Tuesday or Monday, whenever that PCC video doesn't fall, I have a very special video that I took recently. Something, again, very car related, very personal to me, very racing related, but not an iRacing video. So hope you enjoy that. Look forward to that next week, middle of next week. And then, of course, we'll have K5 at Wilkesboro on Wednesday and whatever's coming up after that for the following days. So yeah, let's make sure we get out, get on the grid here, get ready to rock and roll. Again, apologies, that's just me, but hopefully we can have a nice chat, nice cool therapy drive, update you on some of the things that are going on with my racing life, iRacing life, and everything else. And hopefully we'll just have a nice clean one and start out the season on a high note. So let's get on the grid and we'll get to it. Snacks and drinks. Can never have too many snacks and drinks. Good luck, everybody. I don't know where the other GT1 went, but that's okay. GT1s should be quite a bit faster than us down the long straightaways. You know, after Forest Elbow down to the chase. Oh, guy disappeared. Okay. There he is. Down to the chase. They should be quite a bit faster as well off of turn 1.
Where'd the other GT1 driver go?
I was just asking that. All right, here we go. Let's get to it. Good start to the good season. Here we go. Sun is pretty awful, pretty blinding down towards turn 1. Thankfully, this is really the only part of the track where we're facing in this direction, so Not too bad. A couple cars starting from the pits, so they'll come through us here before too long. I feel really good about this set. It's based on the Sebring set that I ran a couple seasons ago, which I really, really like. That's usually my base for tracks kind of like this, high speed, but with some bumps. This place is more curves than just pure bumps, but still. Really, really happy with it. Turned out well. And again, this place would probably be miserable without the update to the car that helps some of the bumps and the front stop bouncing, but it is quite fun with the way we have it right now. So hopefully it's a good race for everybody. Again, hopefully we can build on. I think we've had 3 straight seasons now finishing 3rd in points. We just beat out our good friend Peter last season for 3rd in points, so I mean, as much as I would love to, oh, I already got a dead one behind us there, David. As much as I would love to see Peter get up on the podium and beat us, I'm still going to try to beat him, obviously. So hopefully we have a good another season-long battle. It's hard because he's over in Europe, so it's hard to get a good race in with him most of the time, just with my different work schedules and life schedules. Obviously, he's several hours ahead of me, so his evening is like in the middle of the day, so that really just leaves weekends. But I try not to race too terribly much on weekends if I can help it. But again, that's all just part of it. So we will avoid the driveways in honor of Steele and Coy here, which I killed us when we were leading the 12 hours of, or yeah, the Bathurst 12 hours one year, several years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now, because I was too wary of lap cars. But anyways, yeah, so we should be in good shape here. Obviously nothing to fight for position-wise, but yeah, so I'd love to run up in the top 3 of the overall point standings again, like we have the last 3 years. I think we finished 3rd every time. Last season had too many incidents. Obviously, we had that notable 4X at the end of the season at Daytona from the Honda that decided he wanted to stop on the racing line. That really sucked with Will. But I also just made a couple silly 1X errors, which I expect I will make every season. Let's hopefully not do it today when I can't see. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We should have about 15 laps here today. Gonna try for the 0X season again. Obviously, it's easier said than done. Last season was 6X, 4 from that contact at Daytona, a 1X at Homestead in the race you didn't see, and a 1X at the Nürburgring in a race you did see. Just, you know, little brain lapse, thinking a little bit too much about other things, pushing too hard for the circumstances. Although, to be fair, at the Nürburgring, obviously, I had to try to beat the guy that I was racing who was very fast, and then Will, obviously, was right behind us at Daytona, and that one wasn't really my fault, so regardless, we will just try to get through this, have a good season again. Kind of semi-know how it's all going to go. I feel good about it, though. I still love driving the car, which is sad that, again, there aren't always Fords available, but again, I'll try my best to find one every week. I think I'm running either 8 or 9 weeks this season. I don't think I'm going to run either of the Enduro weeks, just because those videos, not only do they do well, but those races get really boring, especially if there is even only one other Ford with you. It's really hard to be entertaining for 50 minutes in a race where you have a minute on your competition or whatever. So probably not going to run either of those. We'll stick to the 30-minute weeks, no pit stop, nothing to worry about like that. So that should make it nice and straightforward, nice and fun. Again, I do still love running the car. I love when we get to race with friends that we know and other things like that. We'll see if Will and I get another rematch in somewhere, maybe even at Daytona, since he knows I suck there now, but I got to do some setup work for that if we go back there. I think it's at the end of the season again this season, so regardless, pretty good schedule for Proto-GT. I don't remember exactly what it is. Obviously, my involvement with PCC is taking up most of my attention right now and putting that schedule together. So if you are a PCC driver, make sure you go over to the PCC forum to submit some paid track nominations. You have about 40 hours or so left when you're seeing this to do so. And then we will have a little bit more than 2 weeks probably of voting. So we'll see how that works out. Keep that in mind. And then we'll set up for Season 1 of 2026 already. So I did do some looking. Those of you that watched my scheduled video a week and a half ago or so, I didn't know exactly what I want to do for this season. Again, I talked about not being entirely sure if I wanted to run another season of Proto-GT in the Ford GT, or at least not the full season for points. And I went back and forth with it, and after looking at the schedule, nothing really jumped out at me as being interesting enough to fill the void that would leave weekly. And again, I know that the Ford GT2 videos are hit and miss, and some of them are great, some of them are awful. Some of them aren't even that fun, to be honest with you, but the car is so good to just drive that, you know, if I could even have another Ford just present, I like driving it because at least I get to race somebody. There's something on the line. I can't just go out there and, you know, drive around at 40 miles per hour, nor can I obviously afford to make a mistake and crash. So at least there's something on the line. I mean, if I were to make a big mistake here and crash, knock on wood, hopefully we don't do that, and you know, obviously die, I'd still win. I wouldn't lose anything iRating wise or whatever. There's nothing on the line really, other than pride and safety rating, which I always take seriously, of course. But so I like having another Ford at least in the event. It's unfortunate that they're kind of hard to come by. We had a great streak going last season. I think we ran 9 weeks, if I remember correctly, and we found a Ford for 8 of them, which was awesome, but not starting off quite on the same note here this week. Again, I haven't kept a close eye on the results, but I haven't seen any races that I've been able to attend that had other Fords. So when I thought I'd found one here, I decided to jump on it. Unfortunately, that wasn't really the case, so that's kind of how it goes as part of it, I guess, but obviously we'll try my best to find Fords for the subsequent weeks and the rest of the season for this and put on some good racing. So yeah, we're going to run, again, not 4 points, but we're just going to run the full season for participation, something to race, have some videos, have a lot of fun driving this car. I'm going to run it every week, just like I have the last couple seasons. Obviously going to run PCC and the Clio full-time. Again, still love my activity and participation in that. Got to meet some good friends like Muhammad and others. A couple weeks of Kia, probably. A couple weeks of Ringmeister that I highlighted. The Solstice is in there. This Ford GT2 is actually in there later in the season. The Kia's in there. Obviously, against Solstice week, I'll probably run 2 or 3 at minimum. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. But mini stock is going to be in there as well. Maybe some 87s, maybe some Gen 4. Again, still a lot kind of up in the air. Nothing nailed down for sure yet. But again, I do love that I get to have a nice mix of stuff to drive and race. And again, some stuff like K5 or WRL, or if DDP does anything this season. Leagues that I get to race with friends and, you know, not take it as seriously, just have a lot of fun with, so we'll still see a lot of that stuff. Taking a little bit more of a step back from WRL this season, just because, again, the late nights are stressful on me. Not that I can't do it, but it does go quite late into the evening for me in Central Time Zone, which is fine. Tyler runs a great show, and it's a lot of fun to race with those guys, but I also don't want to go up there and just stink up the whole show while exhausting myself to death. So I'll pick and choose a handful of Xfinity races. But again, no more than 3 or 4 for sure. I just don't want to get that involved for a full season chase, and you know that takes away from kind of the point of what those guys are all doing over there. So Nico and Tyler are doing great things. Speaking of Nico, he and Will have gotten together and kind of reignited the SRX series. So if you are an SRX driver, and if you care, if you are interested in trying it, whatever, Nico has a Discord now. Reach out to me, reach out to him, reach out to Will. Anybody else that's in my channel can point you in the right direction if you know any of those guys. They're kind of bringing it back. They're organizing SOF slots. They are making sure they put together discussions about track selection and what they want to see in the series for changes and race lengths and all the things that you would normally expect from a community. Nico has gotten started very kindly, very generously with his time and put all that together to have a place to kind of collaborate about all that. So that's been phenomenal to see. Again, hopefully it kind of blooms into something that's really, really fun and really great for that community, because I know that the people that are dedicated towards it are great, but I know they've already got a couple SOF time slots going off, and again, the more participation and feedback they get, hopefully more people will either jump back into it or give it a try now that it's basically DOA, essentially. So never hurts to try stuff. Of course, Nico's always trying to experiment with new things as far as track selection and other things, so that's been awesome to see. All the usual things, everybody that I race with a lot, and friends that post videos. I mean, Gavin, Carl, Chad, Will. Will's had some great success, especially during this past week 13, week and a half here. He's had a bunch of videos that have gone really, really viral between the new content and dev vlog and Indie Next and all sorts of stuff. So that's been a lot of fun to see. Trying to think of who else I know that posts regular content, but Bob, of course. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry. Apologies. I'm obviously in race brain here, focusing quite a lot around Mount Panorama. So, but all the usual suspects that you see tagged in my videos, that you hear in races, or that, you know, all great people to follow. Post very entertaining racing content. None of them are as safe as me, of course, but most of them are faster than me or more talented than I am. So anyways, that's kind of my quick synopsis on the season. Again, I'm not sure exactly week to week what you'll see. Again, I also need to get back in some Be the Light, hopefully start that next week, since next week's a slow week between Proto-GT and PCC. I think I don't have either track, so yeah, it's gone very well. The only thing we know for sure about next season's PCC schedule is that iRacing have announced Miami will be coming, so we will automatically include that in the paid track vote, and it will be on the schedule, so that only leaves 5 voting tracks instead of the usual 6. But I think that'll be a popular decision. I think they'll go over well with the community, and I think it'll be a fun race, so trying to think of what else is new, what else is going on. Still at the time of recording, no real Camaro updates or on-track updates or anything else in real life too terribly interesting or too much going on. Unfortunately, Sam is disconnected there. He was in second of the Hondas, right up behind Kevin leading the group, so must have made a mistake or had an incident somewhere along there. Apparently that was my fastest lap, even though I'm just cruising, so whatever. David's come back, actually. He must have gotten his car repaired, and he's going to come back out and try to get a spot, which he can technically do. He's got more than half the race left, so yeah, no real update as far as getting on track for 2026 or not. Again, more pieces need to fall into place. I am having some more health things come up as we go that I don't know exactly how they're all going to shake out yet, but they are kind of putting some of my other plans or hopes or dreams or wishes or whatever you want to call it, they're putting them on hold or at least on the back burner in the short term, just while I get some of that stuff sorted out and get a better feel for what life is going to look like in the short, medium, and long term. So nothing to be concerned about, nothing to be worried about or anything, just throwing it out there as notes for people wondering when I'm going to be back on track at Road America or elsewhere, or doing an autocross or anything else like that. So no updates, no plans, don't have anything set in stone by any means, don't even have a loose plan really. So yeah, that's about all I got for real life stuff. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. I do have several videos ready to go for non-racing content. By non-racing, I mean non-iRacing in a race live content. I have stuff that I've recorded previously, like 6 videos really. Again, one of which you'll see very soon. Another one you'll probably see pretty soon after that. And then another 4 or 5 that are kind of just filler videos essentially for whenever I need something to fill a day that there's no racing, which is great. We're almost to the end of the year. This year's channel popularity has been amazing. We're almost up to 300 subs over where we were at the start of the year, which is incredible. I'm so thankful and so blessed. So you all are incredibly wonderful, and I would not ever want to do this without you. So kind of blows my mind, to be honest with you, but it's been a great year. I've had a lot of fun, and so I want to make sure I keep putting out good content and entertaining content, fun content, and some of those fun videos that can just be filler. They're not really time specific. Some of those are great for that. And again, I just love, as always, talking about cars, talking about racing, all sorts of stuff. So next couple of weeks you'll see a couple of those, not just because I'm busy from iRacing, but also just because some of them are semi-time sensitive. So I want to make sure I get them out in a timely manner before they're kind of obsolete. So keep an eye out for some of those, but of course I will have plenty of racing content. Again, we went over the schedule, my planned schedule a couple weeks ago. The things I didn't include in there very much are leagues. I didn't include anything from K5 or WRL in there. We're not running any time trials this season, so nothing to worry about there. I don't really have any streams planned as far as iRacing content or testing or anything of the sort like I do from time to time. I'm trying to think of what else could happen that I didn't have on there that would be good content and things to keep you in the loop about. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, basically just more or less that I am still trying to put good things together, not just for the end of this year, but to carry into next year, as far as time on track, whether it be videos at the racetrack or my participation or anything else. If you are not aware, it's not really a secret, but I haven't really discussed it. The JKR crew is officially going to the Daytona 500 in February. Not all of us, unfortunately. Obviously, people have lives and things that come up and other things they have to focus on, their priority other than their internet racing friends. But I believe there are going to be, I gotta think now, are there 8 of us? 7 of us? 7 or 8 of us are going to Daytona. Again, not going to name them in case things come up or in case they don't want to be named, but some people that you have known on the channel and known as a friend of mine for years and years and years, and a couple people that I've never met or never had the opportunity to spend too much time with. So I'm very, very excited for that. It's been an unbelievable amount of planning. Honestly, it's kind of pissed me off. Getting race tickets all sorted for the group so we could all sit together was an absolute fucking nightmare. It was absolutely terrible. But now that's finally done, it's just kind of a relief off my shoulders, honestly, to have everything set in stone and set in place. And again, I don't know exactly how that's all going to shake out, but I mean, like, we have race tickets, we have hotels booked, I at least have my flight booked, everything is done and dusted, so I'm going. I don't know if anybody for sure else is going. I know a couple people have their plans already in place, but not everybody. So again, worst case scenario, we have to kind of resell tickets because people have things come up. That's life. So, but the hope would be that the group we have right now is all going to be there, which would be awesome. Again, a couple of those people have already appeared in videos from time to time in real life, and obviously in the sim plenty. But last time we had kind of a group trip to Eldora way back in 2018 was before I started posting any regular racing content, especially iRacing recordings or anything of the sort. I would occasionally post an iRacing clip that's a very short clip, or something of me at Road America in real life. But most of my videos were Justin's chats, which were sometimes about racing, sometimes just about life and my life. And at the time I was right in the middle of college and kind of working my first sort of adult job and dealing with, you know, a changing world around me and growing up and all these things. So the Justin's Chats videos were just kind of a weekly or bi-weekly type of thing where I would just sit, talk about life, break down what was happening around me, what had happened to me in the past week, talk about CF and my health, other things like that. And again, those ran their course. I believe there were 52 of them total, but that was the last time some of the guys, again, appeared like in real life in the camera, in front of the camera with me. So definitely excited to hopefully film something of the sorts when we are there with the group. Again, don't know exactly what that's going to look like or how it's all going to play out, but would be a lot of fun to put something together like that. I'm going to let you go here, Mike. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I didn't compromise either of those guys since they are in a battle for the win. But anyway, so yeah, it was good to get some of those guys on video a couple years ago. Try to do the same. Again, no real plan for what it's going to look like. But I'd love, again, to get something going where we can have some kind of meet and greet get together. Of course, we're all going to be spending quite a bit of time together, but it's not very often y'all get to spend that much time together at a race and make some kind of video just introducing everybody and what they like, etc. So very excited for that. That's going to be awesome, but obviously that won't come until February. Don't really have very many other plans, to be honest with you. I'm going to be gone for just over a week in December. Another trip that I have to take. I say have to, get to. Another adventure and exploration, so there won't be any iRacing videos. It's actually during week 13, if I remember correctly. It's right when the season rolls over, so probably not going to be any week 13 videos, and we'll probably honestly be several days in a row there without any content because I won't be able to even do any official racing or pre-recording or anything. I'm going to do my best, but no promises. So if I have like 5 or 6 days without videos there, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. I didn't die or fall off the face of the earth, hopefully. If I do, sorry. But if I come back, it's not because I didn't love you guys for a week. Nothing happened to me. I was just somewhere that I didn't have access to a sim rig or anything of the sort. So again, maybe I'll take a non-racing video while I'm on this trip, but other than that, that's about all I got. Trying to think of what else is even going on. I don't think I'm going anywhere else in the near future other than that trip. Again, you'll see a video from my most recent trip probably in the next couple of days here. But yeah, that's about all I got for life updates even. I've pretty much exhausted everything. So yeah, I'm very excited for this iRacing season. We had a phenomenal season last season. I didn't quite get as many official races in as I would have liked. Again, a couple kind of got abandoned for planning or scheduling, or I just couldn't make it work with other stuff that came up or whatever. My goal every season is about 30 races. That's, again, roughly 2.5 a week for 12 weeks, 30 races, which, again, is usually Proto-GT and PCC, but, again, includes other stuff, mini stock, Be the Light, etc. So the goal was 30 every season last season, although we are on track to get 30 for the year every season right now. We're right about 90 starts. This might even be 91. Well, it was only 26 last season, so fell a little bit short, but that's okay. Again, some things happened and stuff comes up. Not worried about it, but we were able to pick up 26 top 5s. We finished in top 5, I think, in all but 2 or 3 starts this year. I'm trying to think. The Coke 600 was one of them. The Xfinity race at Atlanta way back in the spring when I sped on pit road trying to turn 5th in the 4th was another one. And maybe an open wheel one or something else. I don't remember exactly. But that's kind of all that happened. 26 top 5s was amazing. Again, we talked about the 6X earlier that I had for the whole season, which was awesome. And 23 of those races were wins. Of course, the One of the losses was in the Clio at Road America to Gabriel, which was fine. That he obviously outclassed me and was way better. Another one came to Mohammed in the Kia at Spa-Francorchamps. That was way back in like week number 2 of the season. I can't remember where the third loss was, honestly. I know what I raced and what I raced a lot of, but I can't remember what else I didn't win last season. Honestly, I thought about it a long time. I guess I could have just looked on my results or my stats page or whatever, but I could not remember for the life of me what my third loss last season was. So if you remember what my third official loss was, let me know. But again, very excited, very happy to turn my attention to the new season here, to get season number 4 underway, hopefully finish off the iRacing year on a high note, and celebrate the amazing year we've had, not just from on-track success, but also, again, YouTube success. Once more, I can't thank you all enough for your love and support. So blessed to not just do this, and even if nobody watched it, I'd be blessed to be able to do this and have the setup I have to record racing and enjoy the sim that I love so much, and driving pretend race cars in circles and other odd shapes. But to have the people that care and follow me in the audience, and the support and love and encouragement, and friends to spend time with and race with, and all the other things that go into this, I am truly like the luckiest, most blessed guy in the world. So can't thank you all enough for that over and over. I know I say it 2 or 3 times every video, but it's because I truly mean it, and it means a lot to me. So yeah, we're clicking along here, just about 8.5 minutes to go, coming up on the 75% mark here shortly. It's going quite well. I think we're in 4th overall, maybe, because John was the 3rd place Honda, and he's dead, or at least towed, or had some kind of issue, whatever. And it's the 2 Hondas that lapped me, and then the GT1 that was up ahead there of Jesse. So he's cruising along. The Hondas will catch him shortly. So 4th overall to 8's not too bad. Again, apologies that there are no other Fords in this race. I thought there was a chance we'd have one. And again, I needed to get a race recorded, so it was either going to be this or PCC. Still hoping to get PCC in, where you'll see it early next week. So yeah, I mean, everything's going well. Talked about DDP earlier. Obviously, coming off of that championship, nothing's really been planned or established for Gavin's league for this season, which is fine. Understand that he has a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of work to put on league, so if he's taking some time or a season or multiple seasons or whatever off, that's fine with me. I just hope to be invited back once he decides to do something else, if it's something I'm able to do. K5 we've talked about. We're going to go into Wilkesboro with the points lead after the win at Darlington this past week, which was one I had circled, pretty much the only one I had circled that I knew I had to try to win and capitalize on, and we were able to do that, thankfully. It was a great race, a really fun race. There are like 45 guys that attempt to qualify every week, and like 40 of them, let's say, probably more, but 40 of them are like great drivers, very respectful, very patient, caring for each other, and it makes for some really great racing. There are a couple of bad apples, and not that they're aggressive or bad or slow or whatever, but just some people that don't understand the point of what Nick does with K5, and that's to get long runs and clean racing and to make everybody be better as a driver. And some people don't get that, and I don't know if they don't practice at all or what the hell goes on, but that's been a lot of fun to be a part of. Again, don't have any expectations to win that championship.
I think you guys actually got a good race going on up there.
Yes, they do, Jesse. But don't have any expectations to win that championship. I'm not good enough in the 87s cars versus some of those guys, the 87s regulars. Ooh, big stutter there, sorry. Trying my best to run well for CR2 and Daniel and the rest of the crew that are 87s fans. But yeah, no expectation to actually win that championship, especially missing a week at Atlanta towards the tail end of the season when I'm going to be gone during week 13. So again, we'll see how it all shakes out exactly, but my assumption is that we can run top 5 or top 10 in points. That should level out around there just because of consistency. But we probably won't win any more races unless something falls in our lap or I surprise myself on pace or tire saving or whatever again. But it's still been a lot of fun, and I'm still looking forward to hopefully running decently enough and being entertaining with it. So it's been great. Got in the race with Ethan. I think Ethan missed last week. Not sure if he had something going on. I haven't really heard from him. But also Bryce has given these 87s a try and oval racing in general, and he's come such a long way. His 27th to 10th this past week was amazing, and he's getting better as an oval driver every single day. And I know he has what it takes to be a superstar because he is an unquestionably talented, unbelievable road racer. We saw that in the K5 Drying Track Series, where although he's a Mazda regular and a Mazda fan, big fan, he outdueled me more than once to, win that championship. And that's no small feat because, again, while I don't consider myself a Mazda star or even a Mazda fan for that matter. Obviously, I don't really make mistakes very often and don't very often beat myself. So the fact that we had such a great battle there and I didn't capitalize, he swooped right in and was the faster driver by far and would have won the championship by a mile if not for a couple key errors by him. But obviously quite the driver. It's been awesome to get to know him more and race with him more and talk with him more. And he's jumping in to try to give this oval thing a try and try to learn and improve. And is doing a phenomenal job. So I'm very proud of him. I'm very excited to see what comes next for him on his oval journey as well as his road journey. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been very blessed this year and especially the last couple of months to have a lot of phenomenal racing. Not just because we're running well. We ran very, very well in just about everything last season, from officials to leagues to whatever else. We ran exceptionally well in just about everything. Michigan and Iowa, Diet Dr. Pepper aside. But other than that, I mean, we've run really well. I've had a lot of fun. Stafford was the K5 race a couple weeks ago was the most exhausting race of the season for sure. But I'm having so much fun. I know people have said for a long time, Steele and Coy still give me shit, and other people, that a couple years ago I was ready to hang it up. I was ready to be done. I thought the iRacing had run its course for my life, but finding new cars I like so much, like the Clio, like the Ford GT2, having so much fun. League racing again with people I enjoy racing with, having my Discord be popping off with personality and different viewpoints and people trying to teach others and learn and all the things I stand for and all the things that I try to personify in my racing. Having a group of those people has just rejuvenated me to continue to love this and continue to want to do this. We're probably coming up here, was it September? So a couple months from now we'll be at 12 and a half years. And again, I've talked before, 12 and a half years nonstop, no breaks, no subscription lapses, nothing like that is very impressive. And I'm very proud of that, even though it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. But again, even if it's not some high-tech superstar racing that I get to go crazy over like this race, I still love having my therapy drives. I still love getting to sit, run laps, have a good race, talk to you all, talk to you about life, talk to you about racing, iRacing, on track, off track, goods, bads. You all know I'm a big fan of talking about cars, obviously in real life, everything under the sun, under the moon that has to do with a real life car that I get to see or travel to see or a race I see or anything like that. And then again, personal finance, I'm very interested and very involved in that. It's a big part of my life and why I save money and hope to put myself in a better financial situation in this world someday. And all that stuff is very fun to me. It's all very, very natural feeling, and I definitely love to have those discussions. But having this platform to allow me to do that and talk with like-minded people and friends is like the coolest thing ever still. So yeah, anyways, we got a couple laps to go here, probably 2 to go because the guys behind are going to get the white flag next time they come by. So we will, in all likelihood, not get lapped from there. So we'll have 15 laps total, which is about what I expected, just over 2 minutes a lap. And yeah, so great start to season number 1. Again, if we can make it 2 more laps here, it'll be a pretty successful day. I think that I'll push a little bit harder on this last lap. I don't know what our best lap is to this point, 2:08.3, which is not that fast to be honest with you. I guess I'll push. I'm probably going to be a mistake and I'm probably going to kill myself, but I guess I'll push. I'll shut up and run hard for the last lap just to see what that looks and feels like. So just something fun. We've talked long enough in this. You all deserve a nice push lap and to listen to this gorgeous race cars. So regardless, again, thank you all so much for supporting me this whole year. I'm excited to get Season 4 racing continuing underway. Again, hopefully a couple of good races per week, as much as I can. Some races and some weeks are going to be really, really busy with content. Some less so, but that's again why we have some different filler videos and other things that go on. So yeah, it should be a great season. I'm excited to continue to run for some weekly points, even though we're not chasing points, and hopefully pursue that 0x season and have a lot of good fun and a lot of good memories with friends and people we love. So yeah, we got about a lap and a half to go here. We'll run down the mountain, get through Forest Elbow here, second last time. And I will get myself in the right headspace here to shut up, focus, and try to run a semi-qualifying lap. Not going to put the car at any risk, obviously, but we'll see if we can beat that 8.3. Should be able to pretty easily. In practice, I ran a 6.1, which I don't think is that fast. And that was not on Q fuel or anything. So we, in theory, should be able to go faster, but not putting the car at risk is obviously the key. So we'll shut up here, we'll get through the chase, and we'll run a flyer. Here goes nothing. If I die, you can say I told you so. That was my fastest lap, actually, so. That was a 7 flat, so that tells you as soon as I tried even a little bit that we can go a lot faster, and I think I can go quite a bit faster than that, so. We'll see. Great race, everyone. That was a lot of fun. Even though I was solo. Alright, here we go. Oh no, don't do it. Alright, we almost fucking died. Sweaty palms. Panic. Panic and bail. Oh my god, that's what I get for trying to go fast. Okay. Abandoned ship, abandoned plan. Oh my god. Oh,
No run.
you gotta respect the mountain, man. That is just... When you get too cocky or too clever or push it a little bit too far, especially in a car as difficult as this, it wants to kill you. Oh man, that was crazy. My palms are sweating like nuts right now. I mean, that is just... Oh my gosh, we so nearly died. Like I said, not the ideal way to start a season, but we lived, we'll come through, we'll be the final car to finish and bring it home. Very confident that I could have run easily into the 6s, but ooh, that was not good. I mean, even that lap was a 7 flat with a big mistake there, actually a couple. So wow, that was a hold your breath thing right there because we very nearly died. Wow, margin at the front was only 0.6 of a second. That's wild. Let's go watch over the top of the mountain there. I knew I was in deep because I was committed, but I committed just a little bit too hard. Actually, this section here was really good. Right out to the wall. Good line through here. We carried good momentum through here. Used all the racetrack, just a dab of the brakes to get the nose cut. Again, same through here. Little dab of the brakes early. Flowed out just about to the exit curb. Just right at it. Drove in just a little bit too deep here. It wasn't much, but it was just enough. We very nearly ran too wide there and hit that wall. I was so hard trying not to lock it up because that would have been the end. But I knew we were going to obviously lose a lot of momentum and a lot of speed. But thankfully, we didn't hit the fence. I just overdrove the elbow slightly as well. But thankfully, we made it. It wasn't always the best thing. It wasn't always perfect, but we got it done. So, wow. We'll go take a look at the results real quick. Obviously, for us personally, it doesn't matter. We didn't get any I rating out of it or safety rating, of course. Actually, best lap was run by the 3 car. Kevin takes the win just ahead of Mike. Jesse wins GT1, and we will take GT2 as the only participant. 0x is great. 85 championship points, which we all know and expect at this point. And that was a lot of fun. So still hoping to get some forwards the rest of the weeks that we're going to participate in. But for now, this will have to do. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the last lap butt clinch I just went through right there. And again, the long therapy drive and talk, which you all know, love doing so much. So we'll call that a day. Hope you all enjoy your Friday. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. And we'll be on to what's next. Till next time, as always, bye.